Good morning. Today is Sunday, November 26th, and I'm going to do a video on Bitcoin and just Bitcoin. I'm going to keep this one short. So what you're looking at is a daily chart of Bitcoin, which just had a big run to about $9,300 right now, or $9,450 basically is where it's sitting at right this moment. And what I've drawn here is an Elliott wave, a one, two, three, four, possibly a five leg. So I'm going to show how I got to where I predict this to go to on the leg 5, and then basically where you might want to consider a sell and also maybe a rebuy. So let's get started. So I'm going to start off with, I'm going to draw a Fibonacci from the bottom of wave 1 to the top of wave 1. Having some technical difficulties here. I'm not sure why. There we go. And so there's your first Fibonacci. And then you want to take a look at where did it retrace to. So then wave 1 went from here to here, 0 to 1. That's your basic, 0 to 1 Fibonacci. Then where did it retrace to? So you're looking to see if this validates, right? This hits on a Fibonacci level. So this comes right back down to a .382 retracement. That tells me that's, pretty standard. So then we go ahead and we look at the next wave. We go from the bottom of wave 2 to the top of wave 3. And then we look at where did wave 4 retrace. So wave 4 retraced at .5. Okay. So, you just keep doing that. Now you go to wave 5. Now, how do I determine that I think wave 5 is going to come all the way up to here? That's a good question. All right. So then what we do is we do a trend-based Fibonacci. So we go from the beginning of the trend, we choose the different trend-based Fibonacci tool, and we do 3 clicks. I'm going to do it over here because I want the chart to be here, but basically I'm going to click at this level, which is the beginning of wave 1, to the top of wave 1, down to the bottom, to the wave 2, okay, the bottom here. So click 1, click 2, click 3. I'm just going to do it over here at these levels so that I can have a chart that's not too cluttered. To click 1, and then down to click 2, okay? So now this is a trend-based Fibonacci, different from 0 to 1, just measuring a wave. This is actually measuring the trend. So now this is how I come up with the wave 5 being up here. And the way I'm doing that is I've already hit 1.618 at the top of wave 3. So that's a very common area for a retrace. So 1.618 checks out, wave 3 retraced there. So now I'm just going to assume that wave 5 is going to hit right around here. And if I bring that over, that's where I think wave 5 is going to top out. Right now that's sitting about 11,600, okay? Or 1135, somewhere in that area, somewhere around 1100, between mid 1100. Now there's a chance that it could always just blow right through that and go up to 3.618. That's very, very possible. But as a beginning level of where to take some profit, this would be a place to watch. So now that we know that, what can we do? Well, then we can take our Fibonacci tool and we can go from the bottom of wave 4 to where we think wave 5 is going to end, which is this 11.5 area, okay? Now, if that's true, you could take profit here. You could also play it that it may blow past that and go up to, somewhere up here, either the 1.618 or coming back over to here, the 3.618. So anywhere in here, I know this is a wide range, but we're doing some guesswork here. But basically, I'm going to assume that we're going to do something like this. We're going to come in here, we're going to hit the 2.618 at minimum. You could put a stop in this area. You could do all kinds of things. So what I would say is you can make that an area where you would start to either sell all the way up into here. Any of this area is somewhere you would consider that you'd want to sell. Now, what do we think is going to happen? Well, it would probably retrace. So the retrace, because this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's an Elliott wave completion. This 5 is going to be anywhere from there to there, okay? So the retrace, conservatively, is going to go something like down to one of these Fibonacci levels. So your Fibonacci level, let's just draw another box here. Anywhere from 786 to 382 probably, okay? So this first box up here would be an area that you start to look at possibly taking some profit. You could set your stop here. You could really go for it up here. You could hold the entire time. It all depends on what you're looking for. But from a trading perspective, playing the chart, looking at the numbers, this is what I see. You've got your wave 1, 2, 3, 4. Your 5's going to end somewhere in this area. Then there's going to be some corrective structure. That corrective structure is probably going to come down into this box. So you would sell up in here somewhere, and then you would buy back down here. Now, the thing about this is there's a really large psychological component to this, which is the $10,000 mark. When Bitcoin hit 5,000 for the first time, it retraced really hard down to, I believe, 2,700. So, if there was some kind of a retrace, this could retrace at 10,000. It may not necessarily reach all the way up here to this Fibonacci level. 10,000 is also a 786 roughly Fibonacci level. So it could come up here and do a corrective structure. But if you're really looking, I wanted to put something together just to kind of, provide some guidance. This is what I think could happen. And if I were playing along Bitcoin, this is what I would do. I would have something around here. I'd have some concern around 10,000. Once we cleared 10,000 and I was looking for the next target, I'd target anywhere between 11.5 and 15 for a sell and possible rebuy down here below 10,000.